closest to us. Everybody's slowing right up here.
That green machine. So good job by the man on pole. So this time round. So well done to Jacob Clark in the Xtreme. So he's given him plenty of options. So 2 flags are up. So the field needs to come with him. Jacob, you're doing the right thing. Let them come. Nice slow start, so well done there all together. So obviously had a bit of a chat. 2 flags down, we've gone racing. Nice start from Jacob in Xtreme. Out of pole number 1, the boat leaps into the air and away we go. Levi Witten's got a good run as well. Out of pole 3, the little white boat. So he's doing a good job and just ranging up outside him as well. Is the ex-TBR machine. I think that's called Xtreme now. Of Jacob, no, that's not. Spitfire, I should say, Jack Williamson.
Jack Williamson, yeah, that's him. So a stock standard outboard engine on these. You can change the props and you can go probably whole hog and buy something very expensive to get a few more mile an hour.
Yeah, the prop that you want on these, the high-performance stainless steel racing propeller, probably the best props in the world for these are a wind race propeller, so made in Sweden. Sets you back about $1,400 for top-of-the-line prop, and of course, depending on conditions, you might need 1 or 2 of them if you're super serious. But remember, this is handicapped racing. So the times that were set in race number 1, you've got to try and nail those lap times, and every lap is counted. So the closer you get to essentially your handicap time each lap, the more points you get, and the winner at the end of the weekend is the driver with the most points. So you want to make sure that you're not super fast one race and you half spin around and you're super slow the next race, because that can work against you. But at the moment, I tell you, the outright pace coming from the boat that started out of pole number 1 is Xtreme, Jacob Clark, so he's doing a beautiful job. Out of pole, running in second right now, the blue and yellow machine is Andy Cameron, a Little Nutz. Troy Cameron taught him everything he knows. Well, it's probably a bit the other way around, in fact.
And Pickles is still going. Here she comes.
Yeah, doing a beautiful job. So check. I think that
you were saying earlier.
Pickles, in fact, that's JD Land. So now I think about it. So Pickles maybe not on the water.
Maybe not there.
I don't think so. It's a black and green machine. So maybe she's not out there. We should have 5 boats out there, 6-boat field. So actually, unfortunately, we haven't seen Candace. So sorry about that, JD. The all green machine. I was looking at my screen and not really looking at what's on the water, but he's very nice around turn number 1 for the second time. But yellow flag now being shown from the tower for this young man. The boat's called Xtreme. The driver is Jacob Clark. He comes from up north. The conditions just perfect for this little machine right now. Look at the length of the boat, but there's just none of it in the water, mate. They're trimmed to the eyeballs.
So you were saying that some of these boats don't even have a seat in it. You just pretty much sit on a rubber mat.
Bit of yoga mat, Sikaflex to the floor and keep the weight down. Not all, but it does depend on what you want to try and achieve out of it.
You'd be able to move your body weight forwards and backwards to be able to trim the boat, because there is no onboard trim system.
No, correct. You're not allowed to run a trim system in these. So it does come down to getting a bit of practice as well, and which can be a bit challenging because you can only really practice under race conditions due to licensing. So we often try and give these kids as much time on the water as we can during breaks on race days. But the bloke out in front certainly doesn't need any more time in the seat. He's doing it beautifully right now.
Got a really good lead, and the boat's looking really good as it comes along the main straight here. And even in the corners, it's not unsettled or anything. He's just using a wider arc to come around the corner there and keep the momentum up as he comes across some of the wash. But even when he hits the wash there, the boat's not getting out of control.
Yeah, checkered flag is now flying. Put your hands together for the young charger, Jacob Clark, in the boat called Xtreme. Come out of pole 1, and he's done a beautiful job of that.
Job.
Drove really well. In second place, he hasn't put a foot wrong either. This is the pole position start order, so they've done the right thing for all these kids. This is a Little Nutz pedalled this weekend by Andrew Cameron. Great job to that young man. And a Little Untdy is the name, but not so the performance of Levi Witten, 3rd spot home. There is Jack Williamson in the Spitfire, in the red and blue, orange and blue machine, getting his way home. And we've got one more boat to get around. Of course, it is the magnificent JD Land. Interesting, we're talking about handicap times, because out of race number 1, Andy Cameron and Jack Williamson were pretty much gunwale to gunwale the whole race. Now, I'm not sure, but that might work against Jack a little bit in the Spitfire. That looked like a super fast race time.
Yeah, and that's what's maybe going to be his undoing, is that he's had a really good run in this one where he didn't have to worry about any other competitors. He's put the foot down and just driven as hard as he possibly could, but as we said, it could be his undoing.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. You won't care because he's got a checkered flag. It's always feels
Who
cool.
cares? You're driving a boat.
Checkered flag, you just got to drive as fast as you can all the time, and that's how this show works. And the boat's called Perseverance, as said, one of the more traditional styles of junior boat, and driven beautifully. Not a foot put wrong. Put your hands together. Welcome home, JD Land, ladies and gentlemen.